Welcome back, everyone. I am Buddha's teachings. Have you ever wondered why millions of people around the world choose Buddhism as their path to enlightenment? Why Buddhism? What is Buddhism, and what significance does it hold for us? Today, we will explore deep answers to these questions and discover the sacred meaning behind the Buddhist chant, Namo Buddhaya. Let's immerse ourselves in this peaceful space and listen to the teachings of the Buddha together. And don't forget to like and subscribe to support me and join me on this journey of enlightenment. What does Namo Buddhaya mean? One tranquil afternoon, in the temple grounds, a curious boy approached the monk meditating beneath the Bodhi tree. He had often heard those around him say, Namo Buddhaya, but he did not fully grasp the meaning of this phrase. "Excuse me, master," he asked with wide eyes filled with curiosity. "What does Namo Buddhaya mean?" The monk opened his eyes and smiled gently. Namo Buddhaya, my child, is a term of reverence commonly used by Buddhists. The word Namo means I bow or I pay homage, while Buddhaya refers to the Buddha. When we say Namo Buddhaya, we express our respect and gratitude to the Supreme Buddha, who has guided us on the path to enlightenment. The boy listened intently, beginning to understand. "But why do people say this phrase so often, Master?" "That is because," the monk explained, "the Buddha taught us about the reality of life and how to live in peace and happiness. When we begin a good deed or complete a virtuous action, we often say, Namo Buddhaya, to remind ourselves of the gratitude and respect we owe to his teachings." "Can I also say Namo Buddhaya, Master?" the boy asked, his eyes shining brightly. "Indeed you can," the monk replied. "When you meet your friends or begin a new day, join your hands together, close your eyes and say, Namo Buddhaya. This will help you feel more at peace and keep the Buddha, our great teacher, in your heart." The boy nodded, sensing the profound meaning behind each word. From that moment on, every time he said Namo Buddhaya, it was not just a phrase, but a promise of respect and gratitude for the path the Buddha had illuminated for him. If you are a Buddhist or someone on the journey to enlightenment, it is essential to understand the meaning of the term Namo Buddhaya and to use it regularly. When you meet a friend, perhaps a fellow Buddhist, you can join your hands and say, Namo Buddhaya. Or, when you start a good deed in your life, you can clasp your hands and say, Namo Buddhaya. In the morning, when you wake up, you can join your hands, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, Namo Buddhaya. Remembering our great teacher, the Supreme Buddha, this will bring you joy and help you find inner peace. This is why we use the phrase Namo Buddhaya in many situations in a Buddhist's life. It is our way of remembering and honoring our great teacher, the Supreme Buddha. This is the meaning of Namo Buddhaya. What is Buddhism? Many people feel curious about Buddhism, a religion with a rich history and profound influence. So, what makes Buddhism so special and meaningful? Let us delve into its fascinating aspects, from its origins and teachings to its practices. Each question leads us on a new journey of exploration. One day, a bright-eyed boy, filled with wonder, slowly approached the monk meditating under the Bodhi tree. He had often heard those around him mention the term Buddhism, but he didn't quite understand what it really was. "Excuse me, Master," he asked, his voice brimming with curiosity. "What is Buddhism?" The monk opened his eyes, a warm smile spreading across his gentle face. "You see, Buddhism is not merely a word or a concept. It is like a long, deep, and rich river that holds many layers of meaning." "But Master, I still don't understand," the boy pondered. "Is it a religion, or a philosophy, or perhaps a way of life?" "That is indeed an interesting question, my child," the monk replied, his voice as soft as a whispering breeze. "Buddhism is a profound and intricate teaching that is hard to categorize, Imagine stepping into a temple. You would see solemn Buddha statues, pilgrims offering flowers and lighting candles. From there, one might think it is simply a religion. The monk paused, gazing into the distance where the evening light painted the sky gold. But if you delve deeper into the teachings of the Buddha, you will realize that what he taught is not just a set of rituals. It addresses core issues of life, such as existence, impermanence, and the nature of happiness. "So what is Buddhism, Master?" the boy eagerly repeated. At its heart, Buddhism revolves around the Four Noble Truths. The Buddha stated that dukkha is the first noble truth. Life is based on dissatisfaction. The second noble truth reveals that the cause of dissatisfaction comes from craving and desires in life. The third noble truth is nirodha. If you let go of your desires and cravings, you will end suffering. Lastly, the fourth noble truth is magga, the path leading to the cessation of dissatisfaction. These four noble truths are the essence of the Buddha's teachings. He taught that this dissatisfaction arises from the cravings within us. But more importantly, he pointed out that if we let go of these cravings, we can find true peace and happiness. The boy nodded, his mind beginning to expand with these new concepts. "Is there a way to practice this, Master?" "Yes, my child. Practicing Buddhism is not just about studying theories, it's about implementing them in your daily life. For example, when you join your hands and say, Namo Buddhaya, you are expressing respect for the Buddha and his teachings. It is not merely a phrase, it is an action that reminds you of peace and tranquility in your heart." The monk looked at the boy, his eyes sparkling like stars in the night sky. When you cultivate virtues such as compassion, wisdom, and patience, you are building a path of living. This not only helps you overcome life's difficulties, but also leads you to genuine happiness. The boy felt a new energy filling his heart. "I will remember this, Master. I will strive to practice and live with gratitude." "Very good, my child. Remember that each day is an opportunity to explore yourself and the world around you. Live with compassion, and you will discover the mysteries in every moment," the monk advised. As the evening light began to fade, the boy's mind remained illuminated with fresh reflections. He left the Bodhi tree, filled with questions and hope. Each step he took felt lighter and more serene, as if he carried within him a seed of enlightenment that would bloom in the seasons to come. From that moment on, whenever he joined his hands and said Namo Buddhaya, it was not just a simple greeting, but a meaningful spiritual act, reminding him of his journey in search of truth and happiness. The true essence of Buddhism. Buddhism, originating from the enlightenment of Siddhartha Gautama, is not merely a religion, but a path to seeking truth and inner peace. The true essence of Buddhism lies in a deep understanding of suffering, its causes, and the path leading to liberation. Suffering and its causes. In life, suffering, dukkha, is an unavoidable reality. Suffering encompasses not only sadness, loss, or illness, but also the dissatisfaction with what we have and the yearning for what we cannot attain. The Buddha pointed out that the root cause of suffering is craving, tanha, the desire and clinging to impermanent things. When we cling to transient matters, such as wealth, fame, or relationships, we inevitably face disappointment and pain. By observing suffering objectively, we can learn from these experiences. Every time we feel pain, it becomes an opportunity to explore ourselves, to question what truly matters, and to discover the path leading to liberation. Learning to accept suffering is the first step in the journey toward true happiness. The path to liberation Buddhism does not merely highlight suffering, but also provides us with a path to overcome it. The Noble Eightfold Path. This path consists of 1. Right understanding, gaining proper insight into reality and the nature of life. 2. Right thought, cultivating positive thinking, free from greed and hatred. 3. Right speech, speaking truthfully and avoiding harmful words. 4. Right. Action. Acting ethically with compassion and a sense of responsibility. 5. Right. Livelihood. Earning a living in a righteous manner, causing no harm to others. 6. Right effort. Making continuous efforts to develop and improve oneself. 7. Right mindfulness. Maintaining awareness, living in the present moment. 8. Right concentration. Practicing meditation to cultivate peace and deep understanding. Each step on this path is not just a teaching, but also a practical method that helps us eliminate mental barriers. As we practice the Noble Eightfold Path, we gradually develop wisdom and compassion, two essential elements of Buddhism. The value of compassion and wisdom. Compassion and wisdom are two key elements at the heart of Buddhism. Compassion is not only the love we hold for others, but also a profound understanding of the suffering of sentient beings. When we truly feel the pain of others, compassion naturally arises, prompting us to take action to help. Wisdom, on the other hand, is not merely theoretical knowledge, but the ability to see the true nature of things. The Buddha taught that only with wisdom can we cultivate genuine compassion. Practicing compassion without wisdom can lead to ineffective actions, while wisdom without compassion can turn into coldness. Therefore, the combination of wisdom and compassion is the key to a happy and meaningful life. Freedom and liberation. Buddhism asserts that freedom is not just about breaking external bonds, but also about inner liberation. When we let go of desires and worries, we experience lightness and tranquility. Liberation in Buddhism is not a fixed destination, but a state of mind where we fully live in the present. True freedom comes from accepting impermanence and understanding that everything in life is in constant flux. When we stop trying to hold on to what cannot be held, we find peace and happiness in each moment of life. The true essence of Buddhism lies not only in its teachings or outward forms, but in a profound journey of self-exploration, understanding the world, and the quest for inner peace. It invites each individual to discover, practice, and live a meaningful and free life, thereby contributing to making the world a better place. Let the light of wisdom and compassion guide us on this path, for only by understanding the true nature of life can we achieve lasting happiness. In our exploration of what is Buddhism, зрение, мы прошли по основным понятиям, от страданий и их причин до пути, ведущего к освобождению. Buddhism is not just a religion, but also a way that helps us seek peace and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. I hope that the knowledge and reflections shared here will assist you on your own spiritual journey. Thank you for following the Buddha's Teachings channel. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, where we will continue to explore profound values and lessons from Buddhism, journeying together on the path to enlightenment.